Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Watson.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. This one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when it's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
But I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Throwing again is Watson. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Watt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Faking the give. Now Watson. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Mon now off of play action.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The drive starts with a completion left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Watson off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Dancing to his left.
Oh, Johnson, nice grab.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony Firkser, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Mond, he'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Seven our score after one right here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Mond. Drops this off with Nwangu. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Now Mond. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kellen Mond, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 14-10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Watson on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
But it's going to be second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw is Watson.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10.
Now Watson. Here's a diving catch right side. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A shotgun snap for Watson. Ebron caught left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Bond going to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Bond looks to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Sutton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Mond flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Melvin Ingram coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it'll be second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Gonna need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down from the gun, it's Mon. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Back to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To the air yet again, Watson. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2.
22, Steelers 20. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go play action here. Mond
sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Here's Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And now it's second down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Harris. They'll buy some time right. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mond. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Mond. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Watson on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On 4th down, Mond.
Completes it to Hardman. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Watson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Samuels. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Back to the air. Mond.
He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made